אוקיי, היי. מצטער על הזמן, אז יהיה דווקא פרק די מאוחר בלילה. אבל כן, החלטתי שאני אעשה את זה כבר, לפחות שאני יכול להתקדם ולפני שאני אשכח. אז כן, let's do this. איך שאומרים את זה אצלנו. וב-this אני מתכוון ב-Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. פעם קודמת! אומייגאד, זה תקפיר אצלי. פעם קודמת! סיימנו investigation section שהיה די ארוך הייתי אומר. אז כן, בוא נמשיך ב-Terrible Reminiscence. Onward towards the truth. Let's go. וואו. מה קורה פה? העשירי בספטמבר, 4:45, דיסטר קורט, third floor lobby. אוקיי. נצטרך לזכור בעצם מה אני עשיתי לכולם, אבל... היי. So, what is to become of the trial into the Kodopian Embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. Looks like you have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. כן, רציתי להגיד שלא הדביוט שלו היה ב-Terrible Beginnings? אבל היי, אוקיי, זה מסביר את זה. I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Kodopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao? What an outrageous circus it has all become! That Faraday brought all upon himself with his naivete. Huh? An outrageous circus. Right, so. I grew weary of this topic, Edgeworth. I will have you assigned to a different case. Papa! You'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? Oh, no. I'll consider it. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. כן, תאורטית הכל זה circumstantial. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof! Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such thing as perfection. Wow. Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I will compete to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. then you're allowing us to continue.
In court, your top priority is to win. And the solid investigation was one of the keys to winning. You have to make sure you become recognized as the first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It would be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed. Save for the results of your competition.
Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Franziska, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on.
Yes, just as you wished.
I can't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
I know I don't have enough information yet. So my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. Obvious. Oh! Franziska jakże okie partner po. Okej. יש משהו שאני... Oh my god. יש משהו שאני זוכרת לפי achievement team. וזה פה. נראה לי. כן.
Any day now, I'll be taking my rightful place behind this bench.
By that time, I should already be standing here.
It'd be downright disgraceful if I beat you to it, wouldn't it?
If that were to happen, Franziska, I'd eat my cravat. Wow! It's the defense attorney's bench. I'd probably be standing on this side of the courtroom if that incident hadn't happened.
What are you thinking about? Lately, the more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking.
Oh. No, well, I never... I'll have you know, I don't have a single wrinkle upon my youthful brow. Look at the judge chambers. Oh my god, kaha!
This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gravel sitting on top.
I dreamed once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel.
You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth.
You have no idea how frightening it was. There we go. Behind each bench, examining all the three benches, prosecution, defense, the... judge. אם כבר הייתי רוצה לעשות משהו זה להתחיל עם קליסטו. האמת. Miss you.
Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disposed for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karma, and I'm to become the successor to the family name. About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are.
Why are you whipping me?
Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting.
I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you.
Look at you! Eyebrows scrunched with lines on your forehead.
Oh wow. and that to ask of you. My Elohim. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Well, Callisto. Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at the crime scene in law school. I feel so much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I would like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. עכשיו שחשב על זה כאילו על פי פלייבק קטן. היא ליטרלי הייתה שמה והיא כאילו אומרת איך אני יכולה להיות בסדר ולחזור בעצם לטריאל אם היה בעצם רצח? מאיפה את יודעת שהיה את הרצח? אדג'וורף ומנפרד לא גילו את זה עד אחרי שגם שהוא מופיע בטריאל. אותו הדבר גם הג'אדג'. מאיפה את יודעת על זה? We were in definite lobby number 1 the whole time. Up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? אוקיי, אז זה קצת מסביר את זה, למה היא הייתה שם בכלל. גם ששמר על הדלת בד וקליסטו היו בחדר ליד. We had a little something to discuss after all. Ooh. לשמור את ה-KG8 בינתיים, אני לא זוכר אם השתמשתי בזה קודם. זה פשוט ככה. זה נראה כמו מיקינס. איך? אפשר להתחיל לדבר. So, I take it that your acquaintances with Detective Bad. Yeah, and he was the detective in charge of the KG8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident? That's right! He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cease. But you know how that turned out, didn't you, Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG8 incident from my papa. But how does the case relate to you, Miss Yuki? A victim. Cease היא האחות של קליסטו. The victim in this case, Cecilia, was my little sister. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some salt into his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. סוג של, כן. הנה משהו שאני שמעתי. צחוק? יכול להיות בעצם קופינג מקניזם בשביל להסתיר בעצם דיכאון או כל זה. שזה הגיוני במקרה של קליסטו, אם זה באמת נכון. בגלל המוות של האחות שלו. Oh, speaking of Miss Bad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the other girls made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. He didn't mention that he's in charge of the Algarasa investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Algarasa in more detail.
Oh my god!
You claim that at the time of the murder, you were with Detective Bad. But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? Okay. We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rail away. After that, Mr. Bad came into the lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more.
Bloody... And she's not laughing. Her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults.
Anyway, Detective Bad and I were in the defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see.
As a matter of fact, I did that Gumshoe beds him guilty.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macro. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yadagarasu, is that correct?
Yeah.
Once I heard that it was the Yadagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. L all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. L was not the Yadagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up? Mr. L's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras. But there is no footage of him sneaking into the Caribbean embassy itself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew he was not the real Yadagarasu? And he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him?
Well, yes, but actually, no. Baka siya yata security footage, the basically a game over. As kilo. Baka siya the security footage into defense.
Kamikaze. Yes, that's right. I see. So, a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
Law!
That's why defense lawyers are digestible. But they're no match for us von Karmers. I don't believe it! You're serious! Why did you say that face was something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for the leads. We're going to KG8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. L was to be his lawyer. I had no intention for covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest that I was going to. I'm sorry, forgive my rashness.
Okay. בוא נחזור אל היד הגרסו.
Miss you. I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yadagarasu. The Yadagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself. But I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The other also isn't some petty thief out for money, you know? Alright then. Perhaps the other also is in the business of stealing people's lives?
כל השטק זה היה בעצם for the truth.
You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Franziska, be careful about who you whip. Just carefully, or we may be sued by... There! I chose carefully, just like you wanted. Just now was hilarious, little Missy. Of course it was.
What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pink give them delight? Wow.
And so, in the end, what is the other Garasu? I have to say, had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The other Garasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt out backroom dealings, like the like of companies. The other Garasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds just like another criminal to me.
טכנית, אני לא יודע אם זה נכון בישראל. כי אני לא כזה רואה על פי משפט ישראלי, אני פחות מסתכל על זה. באמת אני יותר מסתכל על אמריקאי, כי רוב העולם הוא אמריקאי, והם בכלל יוטיוברים ישראלים שמעלים קונטנט טוב חוץ מהדרך הקלה. ערוץ די טוב. אבל anyway, ממה ששמעתי, ויג'לנטיזם הם לא מוגנים בעצם. ויג'לנטים הם לא מוגנים בעצם. בהכרח. הם עדיין נחשבים לקרימינלס. וזה מה שעושה את זה קצת מצחיק. כי ויג'לנטי הוא כאילו סוג של אנטי-הירו אפשר להגיד. אבל עושים דברים קרימינליים בגלל הסיבות הנכונות. גם אם הדרכים הם בעצם לא. טכנית זה נחשב בעצם לקרימינלים מדברים על פי המשפט.
I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I got a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like misuse profiting nicely. I suppose I've got all I can out of Misty. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Okay, but I'm Gumshoe. Oh, they're gone. Detective Gumshoe?
Hey! It's you, pal! You're here! Ouch!
As am I! Slicha. I don't think I needed to whip him to let him know that.
I didn't do it, pal! I swear on my honor as a detective! I really didn't!
Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, Detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you.
Have a heart, pal.
But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about. If you really are innocent, that is.
That's right. Hey, pal. Go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you?
I would have done so, even if you had not requested me to, Detective. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week. Did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry?
I just asked Detective Pat the same thing myself, pal. Turns out, he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really late. That's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for the detective to be compared to a mere school child.
Wow. Memories.
You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom?
Earlier, around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn. So I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet, something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
No! Your words sting worse than your whip, pal.
So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe. If there anything...
What?
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nope. No, pal. Nothing.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Wait! You can't do that!
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Badge, so, you know.
And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket?
Huh? Hands up, pal!
Just show it to us already!
No!
Annual bonus check within $5 total, except there's no check inside.
Bonus to Detective Gumshoe. You've had your look. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. But that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back!
You don't need the rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
How could you? I'm sorry, but I need to take him for questioning now.
I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No. Since he became a suspect, there's one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. That's the one thing I would like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe.
Understood, but please make it brief, sir.
I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Come on in. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yup. Not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty.
You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Ah. Oh. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine.
So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie? But why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a further investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Oh! Hey!
Ah! You!
Oh! Zamola kieł. Kieł. La, masz kieł. How could you not notice that coming?
למה קיימי חברה פה?
Isn't that the child I changed money for earlier? Ken.
Kids sometimes be so cruel.
It looks like she dropped something. Swiss roll. This thing says courtroom special on it. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
בזמן הזה שהיא הבת של הפרוסקיוטור שנהרג? הייתי אומר שזה הגיוני, אבל אף אחד לא יודע שזה קיי. אני יודע שזה קיי פרדיי. כאילו, זה הדיזיין ליטרלי מראה קיי פרדיי, מצטער. הדיזיין ליטרלי מראה פה קיי פרדיי.
I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all that I need to of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge. We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Francisco? Let's get going. Wow, I saw. This is the court hallway.
Oh my god. So, did you see anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation.
No, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law.
That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions.
In time, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up.
Hi.
Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Moncoma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I am Anton Moncoma's daughter, Francisca Moncoma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see. New prosecutor, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma Miles Edgeworth and Mr. Oh my god! I bit my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently, somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh. Very well then. Alright, I got one. Ah, the judge. Oh. Very well then. I should call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Oh my god, how do I רגע? People. A judge, סימן שאלה. Judge in embassy staff killing case testifies no one was the holy for sure. גם של קליסטו, קופצ'ן, פרנציסקה. Oh my god. I'd like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright, after all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I'll need to do is to figure out that detective's exact movements.
Go!
עדיין יש לנושא הזה של הווינדו. אין נמלים. זה נראה שהוא עם נמלים. I won't rest until I inspect that every suspicious looking nook and cranny. The ants are hard at work. At work carrying their food home. It's a marvel they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you better work extra hard, just like these ants. The same goes for you, Francisca. What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
מה זה?
Ah, that detective! He claims that a single ant has slipped by him. And that here's the whole hill of them. What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. And Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. Shit. Oh. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a scroll wall. Oh. Marvelous Edgeworth. The coat is to be kept pristine at all times.
Oh, it wasn't me that dropped food on the ground.
The courthouse must be kept clean.
Oh,
Stay on. The dirt on this bench. It smells like some sort of sweet substance.
a sweet scroll wall.
I can't believe there is someone going around dirty in the courthouse for shame.
Hold it!
Calm down, Franziska. Now, take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob.
You there, the lab technician.
Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to?
Sir, yes, sir. I've got results of the fingerprint analysis, sir.
And do we know who they belong to?
Sir, the fingerprints that belong to Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. זה פשוט confirmation שגם שפשוט נמצא שמה. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I see that you and I will be using this information in very different ways.
כל מה שזה מראה לי זה פשוט confirmation שגמשו בעצם היה פה. שזה לא היה בעיה.
What is this? It's a thing called piece of trash made of rubber. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But, you know, the fact that there is a litter running loose inside this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable.
Ah! So like it was I who littered.
Rubbish belongs in the rubbish bin.
Ah!
Oh. I can look outside. Oh, I doubt the killer could have escaped through here. Of course not. This is the third floor, after all. Appears that bars were installed on this to prevent people from falling out. Bars? What bars? Can you not see them from your vantage point?
I must remember not to bring that taboo subject again. אז זה שיותר נמוכה? וואו.
What's the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this window hill is completely related. Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related. איך לעזאזל שכל מה שאני פתחתי? תודה רבה. אני די בטוח שזה הבלון שהיה לקיי בהתחלה. וזה התפוצץ על ידי... והבלון התפוצץ לפי הקונטוס. יופי. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon. I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. Well, that's interesting. מה זה עושה? מה הבלון של קיי עושה בעצם איפה שגמשו ישב? כן, זה בעצם איפה שגמשו ישב. Doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area. I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Did you find something, officer?
I think there's a $5 bill back there. Just a little more.
Is there no one working on this crime scene who is a total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. זה רלוונטי, זה הבונוס של גמשו. רגע. Oh. A Swiss roll מפה. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Beef jerky, ham sandwich, Swiss roll, milk. Don't be a joke in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral on the Swiss stir until the end with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period. Speaking of snacks, I wonder what that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine. כנראה. I was wondering about that myself. Again, hot dog, $7, beef jerky, $9, ham sandwich, $8, orange juice, $9, milk, $7 וסוויס רול 6. יש כסף תקוע פה. לוג'יק קודם, הנה, הסוויס רול קרום בא מהוונדינג משין. These bits of chocolate and cake. Yes, I feel like a quarter special. Could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? Literally, I'm saying bar special. It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there. The vending machine? No, I see. ליטרלי גם דיברתם על זה שרוב הסיכויים קיי קיבלה את הסוויס רול שלה מפה. רוב הסיכויים קיבלה את הסוויס רול מפה. איך שכחת מהוונדינג משין, פרנזיסקה? Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6? Talk about expensive! Leaving the fact that on the expensive side aside, the fact that cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from the Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Oh my god, did you skip la judgment entirely? I'm completely useless? Am Ashka completely useless?
Naturally. After all, I am here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll.
Wow.
And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. How could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable!
Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place.
Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who had bought the Swiss roll,
That's a confirmation שהוא בעצם היה פה.
that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
Oh.
I go.
Literally no money I try to cash out.
Huh.
A Swiss roll הוא 6.
אבל... No way.
אם זה מה שאני חושב שזה, זה אשכרה די חמוד. זה אשכרה די חמוד אם זה בעצם מה שקרה. קיי לקחה את הכסף שהייתה עליי, רצתה בעצם לחפש דולר פיזי בשביל לתת לגמשו, ואז אחר כך שניהם אוכלים בסוויס רולס. זה אשכרה נעים.
A contradiction? Where? Another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order.
Obvious one.
What does that inspect ever suspicious looking nook and cranny? Perfect.
Eureka!
About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? If his bonus was really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls.
כן, זה אומר פה שטרים או כרטיסי אשראי. לא מטבעות. זה למה אני אומר שקיי וגם מישהו אכלו את זה ביחד. או לפחות זה היה התוכנית.
However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how?
קיי. ליטרלי יש אחד לקיי פרדי.
אולי כן חייב לדבר איתם. מה יש לה בלוג'יק? רק הווינדו. נראה לי עדיף שהגיע הזמן לשיחה.
לא!
הגיע הזמן נראה לי להשיג טסטמוני. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder?
You suspect me of something?
No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor.
Very well.
You may continue with your testimony. Your Honor. It's your testimony I'm after.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. Blah.
I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge.
Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restaurant. If you go take a look through the window at the end of the of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. What? Privacy? In other words, you can clearly see into this hallway from the men's restroom. Privacy, please? What the fuck? I was going into the restroom with Detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, but I was about to exit the restroom. There was no soul in the hallway anymore.
Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain to me rationally.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off.
Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. A restroom window, huh?
I wonder if you can really see the men's bathroom window from that one there.
You can. I'm looking at it right now.
I demand that you show me this view at once.
I suspect that her height is what's limiting her ability to see. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor.
Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime. The judge in this country seems rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy.
Fucking Pokemon it again.
However, I hear that they are known to hand out very fair verdicts.
מניח כל מה שאתה לזרק טיירל. מה אמרת? I already checked this area earlier, but I never heard to take another look. Okay.
Oh boy, we're back to this. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about.
Hey, how about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess.
You're getting in the way of the investigation.
I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. So, I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here?
Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know. just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's intuition told me.
A lot of good it did to you. We couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
Francisca, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue.
I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up.
And only upon his arrival, did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad?
Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad. And that he would be dragging Rael off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside.
And around what time did all of that take place?
Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway. Not once.
Oh, and how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't.
If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to?
That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected.
Aber sehr wahrscheinlich das ist Callisto the Bad. Callisto Tyrell.
You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door.
Wait, my friend is coming up? Oh, Lobby Stein! Sehr wahrscheinlich am schon Rätsel. Okay, never mind.
The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe.
It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not?
Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came right towards lobby number 2 to get with you.
How much time? How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene?
Less than a minute.
What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot?
I grabbed the big plug who was walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. That's when we discovered the bodies, in that order.
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else.
You leave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare!
Just joking.
But there's really something if we can make Franziska behave.
Are we about done?
Is there anything I should ask him about? Zawamal. Place. Situation נראה לו גם אמר. time זה הדבר היחיד שאני לא שמעתי. הטיים של הדיסקאברי ושל הגאנשוט הוא די אינסטנט, אבל זה לא אמר בעצם את הטיים. אבל לא אמר את הטיים ספציפית. I'd like you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot.
It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show up for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he would be late. And just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums.
So he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh?
Are we down here? I don't have any time to waste.
Oh. למה אין hold for Franziska?
Oh, come on! All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing!
I get the sense that he's somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather, he's keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Too bad. May I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer?
I don't have anything else to say. To the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then! Be obstinate! Don't just do as they please! Come on, Miles!
You may no longer be willing to help us, however, may I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation?
Do as you like.
Perfect! I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Ah! Well, I do too!
Alright, Franziska. Would you care to share what conclusions you've come to?
Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking if your conclusions are wrong first. So go ahead. So you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well. But first, we need to pay his honor a visit to correct his testimony. 5:15 בצהריים, ליסט דקות, קוטו מספר 3. Your Honor, if I may, I would like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up.
Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect?
In a sense, I suppose you could say that. מה שעושה את הכי אינטרסטינג זה ש... גם שואל בטוח היה שמה, אבל הוא לא שמה. רגע, לא יש סיכוי לא אפסי שגם שהוא היה בעצם מתחת לחלון? והאדוננו הזקן לא ראה אותו בגלל זה? ואז מפה גם שלא משקר?
Even you judge. I'm nothing but a common witness before Ivan Karma.
Silence in the courtroom. Silence, I say. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended. Oh my god. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von Karma, Miles Nightdwarf, and Miss Genius Prosecutor success of the Manfred von Karma, Miss Francis.
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want.
Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. Go.
During the recess, I went to the restroom. There is a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty? That sounds mighty suspicious to me.
Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm?
Oh, I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that got caught up in the excitement.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now.
Okay, תודה רבה. תודה רבה שזה כזה obvious. What was that winger whack for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony?
Oh my god, זה כל האינטרו premise of the game. Oh my god. Huh. If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
This is what some people may say is a pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me.
What is that filth? How dare someone during the hallway bench like that? Who's the culprit? The party is hereby found guilty of uncleanness.
If you must know, the uncouth bencher's sufferer has already been placed under arrest, thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor.
Oh, well, that's good, but who was it?
Gumshoe. We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints.
I'm not happy with committing just a murder. He had to go and dirty the courtroom too. Guilty.
Your Honor, please calm down. Well, it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench. We have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder.
What do you mean?
I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. Look at the cake of crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench. And Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true.
Oh, I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom?
It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out of that window. Okay.
Ah! I should have used her height as evidence.
But okay. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom.
Dead.
It seems that you have made a connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight.
What?
Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time.
Sorry. I didn't mean to say with that much emphasis.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold it. Okay, yeah, Judge.
All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it!
Is there something of value that you would like to say?
Yes, actually, there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overruled him, he would just keep on talking, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right?
I suppose it's possible you can't see a said person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that Detective Gumshoe was saying there when I looked. Oh wait, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. I was leaving the restroom. I heard a loud bang of a gunshot.
Oh.
How was that? That was the testimony of the one who judges the crimes of others.
A balloon. Your Honor, could you try to say the important facts first the next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now.
Zabalon. Zabalon's okay. Now that he mentions it, right before we restart the trial, he did talk about that. Cam, a birthday. The most crucial point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? And whether that lines up with the gun, when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I would like to testify a few details in your testimony.
Objection!
אוקיי, אני לא יכול להגיד את זה ישר. אוקיי, אני לא יכול להגיד את זה ישר. באסה. אבל היי. זה למה אני עושה סייב.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said.
I know, I couldn't believe it myself.
I banged whoa! Couldn't believe it myself, but I heard a bang when the gunshot. I heard it loud and clear. And then I had a knee-jerk reaction. And jumped out into the air. Like this. Yes, just like this, with a quick
Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one at all. I should know. I looked. There was no one there.
This judge's emotion circuits appears to be stuck on overreact.
At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony.
Franziska?
If I'm correct, this testimony is highly precision quality. I know that. And that's why I said at this point.
I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor.
Hold it!
As we established, you went into the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway?
After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. About 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounds about right.
Just as I expected.
What were you expecting? I demand to know what all that all-knowing smile is for.
Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony.
All right, if you insist. Let's see. I looked into that hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene.
אז דקות לפני הריקונביניאנס, זה עדיין... זאת אחר כך. זה היה בדיוק לפני שהטריאל התחיל. לא 20 דקות לפני. Your Honor.
I cannot allow you to make an objection.
What? Your Honor. I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection.
Yags! I have been overruled.
Your Honor, there's simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess. But that is simply not possible.
It's the new prosecutor recommended by Manfred von... Instead of biting your own tongue...
Oh my god, the secret is my apple.
Why did you bite your own tongue on those preposterous names?
So you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska.
Don't talk back to me, unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height, you'd need a step ladder of 4 to accomplish that.
Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone by, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I hear the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears.
Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Baird. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again.
What did you say?
Your Honor, you just said
that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How can you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it as clear as day. Bang! Not a loud sound of a gunshot, Zabalon. The sound of the gunshot? We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence. I was no wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look like it, but it is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting at the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe that he must have been in the crime scene defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What amount of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? To be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? It's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. Aber le che a balloon? That's it. That balloon that girl was holding, it explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Oh no. Giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do. What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I'll see to myself that he's released. Wait. There's still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring the Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. Obviously, Kay Feldick showed up.
What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I already told you a gazillion times, pal, I didn't do it.
I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I am the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental?
Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. I've yet to prove he's completely innocent of this crime.
I guess so. What are you guys talking about?
In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
Yow!
My whip will object loud and clear. If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I gotcha, pal. Oh my god, זה obviously שקר! גם שהוא obviously משקר פה, כי היה את קיי-פרדיי. obviously זה שקר. לא היה אף אחד, הוא אומר, לא היה אף אחד שעבר בהולווי. obviously זה שקר בגלל קיי-פרדיי. איכשהו לגמרי יש את הבלון ודולר בשביל לקנות את הרוז, ואיכשהו לקיי יש את הסוויס רוז, גם אפילו שלה חסר $5.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get the break in this case.
I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He's still singing the same tired tune. In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pull that information I need out of him.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not fact that you did something while you were in that hallway?
Of course I did something. I got the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
And very well then. Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail?
Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch.
Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of?
You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door. Just like I was ordered not to.
Yofi.
Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden?
Because we're all in shock. And in awe of your utter stupidity. Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a little more believable one.
Ouch! I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this intrepid's testimony to a close. And until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the lobby number 2 door. Oh, I could get cave a gumshoe.
Objection!
I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere.
Hey! It's one of those things! The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey! You know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You inconsiderate, slovenly pig!
Ah, I promise to clean up later, I swear.
Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step in front of that door. If that were really the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
Ah!
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
Ouch!
It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can.
Alright, I got this, pal. I was hungry, so I'll buy a pack for myself, okay? After I get shut out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. I didn't want to say anything.
Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because then I'm not holding anything else back.
That last statement may sound that makes sense. However, this stuff I don't quite believe about. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Okay. יש את החוסר של הכסף שאני אומר, זה קשור ל-K. זה למה גם יש את הבלון. Huh? Oh, of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal.
Objection!
Okay, Faraday.
If only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it's true, it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else.
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Huh? Remind me again, pal?
That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your annual $5 bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask you then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation for that?
I told you I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. So there's no one who could have helped me buy it.
Okay, Faraday.
Wait, don't tell me! You've got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could! I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do?
Of course I do.
What? How?
What proof do I have that there must have been someone else in the hallway?
Take that!
What? What? Lama lo belong?
Lama lo balon?
Oh, no, say that again. Swiss roll. That's the Swiss roll. I'm justified. Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal.
Ah, I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls.
Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it. You thief! I would never do such a thing. Oh, you liars are the same. You started out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal.
I believe that you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective?
Ugh.
This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh,
There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them. But you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you?
no way, pal. Got it all wrong. I ate both of them. No. Oh. Gotcha!
It would appear that we've caught you at last.
Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl!
It would appear that we do know each other after all. So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name, and it's Kay.
K what?
Kay Faraday.
I knew it. Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you. I'm Kay.
K. You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave a big nasty bruise. Not to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do.
Well, then you shouldn't have put Gummy on the list, mister.
Gummy?
I guess it's that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. Or the cute nickname you have given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Hey. It appears that I need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Rawr!
Ay. Finally.
K for the butt SM! Wow.
Good, Miles. Now then, Kay.
He's like a stray cat.
I wonder if I should feed her something.
What?
Take that!
Kay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, a Swiss roll.
It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh.
Oh my!
Your father, he's...
Ah, don't say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet.
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking. About how Daddy, he's not here anymore.
Sorry. Sorry I couldn't protect him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna
Oh boy.
cry.
Oh my god, Kay! It's alright. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a little young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away.
Oh. Huh. But they're interesting, I bet you, Cave the Miles.
כאילו similar אבל different לברן אני מנחש וגרגורי, אם אני לא טועה היה השם שלו. יש similar events, אבל זה קורה בצורות אחרות לגמרי. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day.
My God, זה אשכרה תמונה קלאסית.
Even now, the wound festers deep into the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child. I felt certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
My honest Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? You can't just stand there and watch a lady cry.
Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here. I will use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes. Oh my god.
No! I can't! Don't blow my nose into that!
וכן, לא יצא לי לנזל את הלילה, אני לא חולה, זה היה פשוט רק ככה.
I feel better now. Thanks.
Okay, are you going to be alright?
I'm already alright.
Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to push it.
I promise, Daddy, I would never cry in front of strangers.
And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises.
You are a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that he didn't cry, just for you. Thank you very much, lady. Ah, it's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Franziska is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So, to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are, in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Oh. I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see. And what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
No big promises. No big promises. Okay. Promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
There appears to be an exchange of diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Father's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Promise no, never take things from a stranger. Promise to never go anywhere with a stranger. Promise to always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try hard to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure everyone follows the rules. Okay, be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Love your daddy. Oh. Promise all was interesting. כי טכנית היא שברה אותה, אבל מצד אחר זה justified. האבא שלה ליטרלי מת. Always good people with a smile, זה מה שהיה קודם. הנה שאלה פה. אבל, hey, whatever. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay! So, I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too.
Yeah, you're really too cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay?
What is it with the two of them?
I hand out verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Zelda gray area.
Yes, and thanks to your oh-so-heroic testimony, you almost branded the detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy's not a bad man, okay?
A poor judge. He's been treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and the Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So, I take it that I ran to Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was there in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal. Cannot only talk for a little while, that's it. אבל איכשהו אתה כי לקחת את הבלון שלה, ששניכם התחלקתם בסוויס רולס, וקיי נתנה לך $1 בשביל שתוכל בעצם לקרוא את הסוויס רולס.
Oh. Which means you have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right?
Ah, you got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister! Very well then. We'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Are you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. I somehow made a dollar out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough. I really, really wanted one. Come to think of it, she'd come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1.
Okay, sucker soft. Wow.
And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why.
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest?
Yeah.
I sense the K is going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
So about your roughly thing.
A kavat. Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay. I have a spare. So here, you can have this one.
Oh.
But Bernie said, never take things from a stranger.
Let alone a cinema exchange quarter. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see? It's right here on this page.
אני ראיתי את זה. It's promise אחד.
Alright then. I'm not giving it to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me the next time we meet.
Okay, then you never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Wow.
זה חדש?
Now then, Detective Gumshoe,
Uh-oh.
I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with Lil K in that hallway.
Ugh.
I'd have to just stop being mean to Gummy. Miles Edgewolf, there's still something you have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon?
You still haven't offered an explanation as to why that man would lie to us.
זה יכול להיות כמו מגנס מגילדד מכל מה שאני יודע. זה ליטר יכול להיות כמו מגנס מגילדד. הוא שיקר בעצם כי הוא לא רוצה להכניס את קיי לתוך הנושא הזה של הרצח. תאורטית היא יכולה להיות סאספקט בנושא הזה.
That's... well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, so that's why.
So, what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation.
הוא לא רוצה לעשות implication ל-K.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's action and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this
piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Evidence? Each piece of evidence proves that the gumshoe was lying on account of K. הייתי אומר שזה אבא שלה.
Take that!
This is that piece of evidence. אוקיי, לא, לא. העט? בבלון.
Take that!
העט. כי אני אומר, זה בגלל שגם שהוא לא רוצה שקייט תהיה עצובה.
Take that!
אוקיי, לא. רק רציתי לברר בדף הבא. או, ליין הבא. מה מראה שגם שהוא משקר? Everyone follow the rules?
Take that!
זה ליטרלי היה הניחוש היחיד שהיה נותר לי, אז לפחות זה נראה שזה היה נכון.
Mr. Faraday, in Kay's promised notebook. How does this explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What? Never take things from a stranger. What? אני אשכרה מבולבל.
What a foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool.
No!
Tommy, you it because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why.
Tommy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe. Can you tell me the whole truth now?
Guess there's no being you, huh? Huh? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was daunting me.
But all the cash you had on you was $5 and that was enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls.
Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy. I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. I only had about $1 in coins.
So we pulled my $5 and her $1 together and bought a bag of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried. about breaking one of my promises.
Oh! Oh! בגלל שגם ששילם $5? בגלל שגם, כאילו גם שהוא היה חלק מזה, אז בגלל $5 שהיה לו מקודם? I guess זה הלוג'יק?
About breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But, don't worry. You won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. But didn't really get it from me, you know?
he told me that it would be okay. He gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate?
Indeed.
Detective, I take it that he then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together.
Yeah, you split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal.
Anyway,
מה זה עושים הבלון?
Kay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess that can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on the windowsill where you couldn't see. So, just this once. I forgive you. But that balloon! I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
אוקיי. וזה בעצם מה שהג'אדג' שמע. זה מה שהג'אדג' שמע. הטריק של קיי שגרם לגב של להפיל את האוכל שלו. משאיר את זה שאף אחד עדיין לא נכנס לדלת. זה משאיר את זה שאף אחד לא נכנס לדלת. שזה interesting. Wow, you really got me there, pal.
זה הנעים.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me. Is that it?
You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister.
It's alright. I'm perfectly unharmed. But about this Swiss roll, I'll be alright with you. If I hold on to it until Detective Gumshoe's code of all charges and free to go.
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe that we have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty. Which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection!
Wow! Okay, let's repeat the sound.
Actually, it proves the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime.
Echt? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, miss you. I'm getting lectured on manners. by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what do we have here? What is a child doing here in the courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away.
Gay! Well, Miss Callisto, you! That girl is Mr. Faraday's.
I know. So what? You think that's because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however. As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now, the detective. You were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
Yeah, but...
You see, isn't it obvious that could only be the detective? He's the only person who could have gone to lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. הוא היחיד שהיה לו את ה-opportunity, אבל למה כל הזמן היא זורקת את זה על גמשו? קודם זה היה corporation של הג'אדג', אבל אחר כך התגלה בעצם שהג'אדג' הוא לא בדיוק reliable במקרה הזה. והוכחנו שקיי הייתה עם גמשו כל הזמן הזה. כן. מה יש לקליסטה שכל הזמן מנסה לזרוק את זה על גמשו? I've not got an argument to that. למה שהוא יעשה רצח מול ילדה? Obviously! וגם יש את הנושא הזה שקיי לא יודעת איפה פרדיי. איפה היה ברן? היא לא ידעה בעצם איפה היה ברן. וברן ליטרלי היה ליד החדר של גמשו. אז אם גמשו היה נכנס לחדר, כן רוב הסיכויים הייתה עוקבת אחריו. היא הייתה רואה את אבא שלה, ואז אחר כך הייתה רואה את כל הסיטואציה. היא לא רואה שום סיבה למה שגמשו יסתיר דברים. What? Don't worry. I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest.
But my investigation is far from over.
Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. You think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard?
I suppose it is. אבל אין עליו כלום! ליטרלי אמרו גם שבאד לקח את כל האייטמים שלו.
Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes to your negligence. Ah, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Now, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the result of your investigation. So, we're back to square one. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence.
This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location I've yet to inspect. It's where Detective Barron and Miss Sue were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. אוקיי, to be continued. תודה רבה. הייתי רוצה שזה יהיה קצת יותר קצר. אוקיי, אז הפרק הבא יהיה לא במשפט אחד. אז אוקיי, לפחות נעים בעצם נותנים קייבל גם שוב. זה אשכרה דיינמיק שאני אוהב. אז כן, אני אעשה את הפרק של היום פה. וואו, כמה מטורף זה. רגע, כן, זה. Examining all different benches. Oh! Was that the case? Promised the book to her in episode. Oh. אני אעשה את זה עכשיו. אז רק ש... אני אעשה את זה עכשיו. אעשה את זה עכשיו מהר. אני מופתע שאני אעשה דבר אחד אבל לא דבר אחר. לפחות אני יכול לעשות את זה צ'יק צ'אק. זה לא ייקח לי הרבה זמן בטוח. לא? לא? באמת לא משנה אם אני אקבל פנלטי. לא? לא, אני חייב פרס בשביל להגיד שהוא לא הוא היה דבוק לדלת. ואחר כך אני אעשה את הפרס. There we go. קצת מעצבן שזה קצת רחוק, אבל... לפחות תעשה את זה צ'יק צ'אק.
Take that!
לא, למה לא פה?
Take that! Take that!
למה לא? פאק, שכחתי. לא, סוויס רול עוד פעם. הרול עוד פעם.
Take that!
בגלל המחיר. אוקיי. אני חייב את הפרומס בוק.
Take that!
Oh boy, the guy's gonna let that break down again.
אני הייתי בטוח שזה באפיסוד 2. סליחה, באינבסטיגיישן 2, אבל לא. זה פה. There we go.
It's the promise notebook that I made. I have to be a good girl and keep all the promises we wrote in here.
Can I take a look inside for just a second?
Sure, okay.
It is more than just 5. More than just the 5 I thought it were. Promise 6. Ma? If you ever have a boyfriend, you must bring him to meet Daddy right away. Promise 7. Even when you have a boyfriend, never forget that I love you the most. Mom, emphysema!
I certainly don't envy that poor sap she falls in love with.
אוקיי. לפחות זה יהיה הסיום של הפרק של היום. היי, לפחות עשיתי 2 achievementים, זה פרוגרס. כן, כן, מפה זה מתחיל איסוף investigations 2. אז זה אומר שאתה לא רק עוד achievement 1, וזה שקשור לאפיסוד בייסט. וזה בעצם אפיסוד 5. זה גם פרוסקיורס גמבט, אם אני לא טועה זה השם. וזה הנייצ'ר של לאדר וסטפ לאדר שאני אצטרך לראות יותר לעומק, עם איפה זה נמצא בדיוק מבחינת סטורי. אז כן, אני אעשה את הפרק של היום פה. אז כן, כאן ירין, ניפגש בסרטון עוד הבא של גייב גיימס, מקווה שנהנתם, וזה אשכרה באמת הסוף פה. וירין, אאוט. ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.